Welcome to today's news discussion. I'm Claire, and joining me is Alan. We'll be covering several key stories from around the world.
Hello, Claire. Good morning to our listeners. I'm Alan.
Let's start with the news out of France.
What's the story there?
France has banned Israeli National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir from entering its territory. The decision was made due to his unspeakable behavior towards activists on a Gaza-bound flotilla who were detained by Israeli forces.
That sounds serious. What exactly did Ben-Gvir do?
According to reports, Ben-Gvir mocked bound activists seized by Israeli soldiers. A video of his actions likely triggered the French government's response.
And how has the French government justified this decision?
The French Foreign Minister, Jean-Noël Barrot, announced the ban, stating it followed Ben-Gvir's unspeakable actions towards French and European citizens. France also urged the EU to sanction him.
That's a strong stance. Does this indicate a shift in France's policy towards Israel or its ministers?
It's hard to say definitively, but France has been critical of some Israeli policies. This action could be part of a broader response to Israel's handling of certain issues.
It'll be interesting to see how Israel responds to this. Have there been any official reactions from Israel so far?
Not immediately, but we can expect some response, given the diplomatic nature of the ban. Moving on to another significant story.
That's big news if true. What's the latest on a potential U.S.-Iran understanding?
According to regional officials and a diplomat, the U.S. and Iran are close to agreeing on a memorandum of understanding aimed at ending the war.
What war are we referring to here? The reporting isn't clear on that.
The context suggests it's related to the conflict involving Iran and possibly its proxies or related conflicts. The exact nature of the war isn't specified in the reports we've seen.
So what's in this memorandum of understanding?
The details aren't fully available, but it's described as a step towards the conflict. Officials are still discussing the terms.
This is huge if it comes to fruition. How has the U.S. government commented on these developments?
There hasn't been an official confirmation or denial from the U.S. government yet. The reports are based on statements from regional officials and a diplomat.
Right, so we're still in the realm of according to officials at this point.
Let's switch gears to a different story.
What's the update on this case?
The husband of Twisha Sharma, Samart Singh, has been remanded to 7 days of police custody by a court in Bhopal. Singh is the prime accused in Sharma's death.
And what's the background on this case?
Sharma's family alleges she was subjected to mental harassment and dowry torture. The Madhya Pradesh government has recommended a CBI probe into the matter.
I see. So the police custody is part of the ongoing investigation.
Exactly. The police are seeking to gather more evidence during this remand period. Sharma's husband was arrested in Jabalpur and brought to Bhopal for further questioning.
Have there been any other developments in the case that we're aware of?
There's a plan for a second autopsy to be conducted by a team from AIIMS Delhi, which could provide more clarity on the circumstances surrounding Sharma's death. Shifting to West Africa.
What's happening in Senegal?
President Bassirou Diomaye Faye has sacked Prime Minister Ousmane Sonko and dissolved the government. This move was announced late at night.
That sounds like a significant political shakeup. What's the context here?
The decision comes after months of growing tensions. Senegal is grappling with heavy debt, and this political change could deepen the crisis.
So what's next for Senegal's government?
The reports indicate that the president's decision risks deepening political tensions. The exact implications will depend on the reasons behind the move and the subsequent actions taken by the president.
It'll be worth watching how this unfolds.
Finally, let's touch on a developing story.
That sounds alarming. What's the latest on the situation near the White House?
Law enforcement authorities are responding to reports of shots fired near the White House grounds. Journalists were told to seek shelter, and Secret Service officers prevented them from leaving the press briefing room.
Have there been any details on the source or nature of the shots fired?
Not yet. The FBI director, Kash Patel, confirmed that shots were fired near the White House grounds, but further details are still emerging.
This is clearly a serious incident. How are the authorities handling it?
The area is being secured, and investigations are likely underway to determine the circumstances surrounding the shots. That's all the time we have for today's discussion. Thank you for joining us, Alan.
Thank you, Claire. It's been a pleasure discussing these important stories with you.
And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back soon with more news analysis.
Goodbye for now.
Goodbye.